Pop Samurai. I choose you.
Is Pop Samurai?
No. Hey, Pop Samurai, if you're not listening to Pop Samurai, then you're doing nothing constructive.
Correct.
In a world looking for something to listen to, a group of friends rise to the challenge. It's Pop Samurai.
Welcome, everybody. This is your host, Joel Peprocki, for the evening on Pop Samurai Network. We're going to be talking here tonight, doing our Pop Contention like we usually do. We kick butt over here, making great lists, and we're going to do that again tonight. First, I want to welcome everybody back to the show. We took a quick hiatus because these wonderful gentlemen here were actually at Gen Con. We'll talk about it later, but I just wanted to say welcome back to the show. So everybody, stick around, please, and tune in to the rest of Pop Samurai Network's social media that I'm going to list off here in just a moment, so that you can get all the updates whenever they come. We always got new stuff coming, so stick around. Find us on twitch.tv/Pop Samurai Network, Facebook at Pop Samurai, Twitter, Pop Samurai Cast, Instagram, Pop Samurai Network. And you can email us with questions, comments, concerns, or typical junk that, we might want to hear about at popsamurainetwork@gmail.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, our topic tonight is going to be top 5 things that would make great board games.
Yeah.
Ooh. Are you boys excited?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm Will.
Please let me introduce these well-renowned individuals here. By all means.
Will.
It's your boy Johnny.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little off. I missed a week of podcasting, and I'm all over the place. So,
in his defense, this is his first time in the captain's chair.
Yep.
It's a big butt space to fill.
I know this is a big old chair, so
It's
I'm
a
trying
big
to
old
squeeze.
chair.
All right. So you know what? Let's get down and dirty with this list. I'm going to give a quick overview really quick of what we do here. We come up with a top 5 list of whatever the topic is. But first, we come up with our own individual lists, and we go through them round by round, saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of each of ours. And then we make a group list or a show list, and we go through by voting on them what's going to stay and what's going to go. So let's see what happens here. I'm curious. These guys got some amazing lists. These guys play way more board games than me, but I like pop culture, and I might have some good ideas too. So let's see what we have here.
What do we have?
All right, let's start with Jelani, Jaboy tonight.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, I'm going first. Into my number 5 spot for Jaboy here, I'm going to be putting in the Phoenix Wright franchise. I think that would make a killer board game.
I love it. I object, but
Objection!
Well done.
that's awesome. All right, Will.
Yeah.
Hit us with it.
My number 5 is going to be a source media that has inspired a whole bunch of video games, but no board games that I'm aware of. I'm going to go for the classic Battle Royale.
Ooh.
Oh.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. I could see that working out.
Holy crap.
We're done with Battle Royales on video games. Let's make it into a board game one.
Let's
right.
do it.
I'm sweating over here. You guys already got 2 good ones.
Yeah.
My number 5, you're going to be like, what? But honestly, I think it's near and dear, and I thought it'd make for a cool survival idea. So let's see. 50,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
All right. So, well,
In this day and age, we Nemo.
Yeah, we Nemo.
We Nemo with that.
But you know what? I should preface too that if you want to describe what your game is, you can maybe just say like the genre, but don't give any of the description of what you would do really. And even when we get to the voting rounds, we're going to be brief on that. We'll have to limit the time.
And it should be said too, we're going to be dropping some nuggets of solid gold, pure genius here.
Yes, we are.
If you like one of these board game concepts and think, hey, I'm going to go make that, just give us a little bit of credit.
Yeah,
Just give us a shout out. Just give us
Put that
a little
beautiful
bit
logo on Jelani's shirt
consulting.
on the box, please.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's get over this.
We can make these games. We can make magic happen.
Yes, we can.
Just don't steal our shit
Yeah.
without including us.
All right, guys, back to the list here. We're going to Jelani with number 4.
Number 4. All right, number 4. I wanted to go with something. Of course, I love superheroes. It's one of my genres, but I didn't want to go with one that was like the main ones. Like obviously, these have already had stuff made. So I decided to go with the Watchmen. I'm going with the Watchmen.
I like it. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Will, please give me more of it.
I am going to go with the now classic, still playing it to this day, arena shooter Overwatch.
Ooh,
as a board game.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already like, anytime I'm hearing these, I'm like, how would that work? And you can come up with ideas right away. So I love it.
Like you get the juices flowing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should just have a show about creating board games or something.
We should.
So it's yeah. We'll talk about it later.
I'm just kidding. All right, for my number 4, I'm going the anime route here. A little bit of escaping, and it would be in the anime called Promised Neverland.
Oh.
A recent anime. Jelani's clapping because he's seen it, I assume, and
Highly
Will
recommend.
has not. So yeah.
I will see it soon.
Sure.
Is what that means.
I will.
Recommend.
So I thought that would be fun. We're gonna go back to Jelani for number 3 then.
Number 3, I have had so many great couch play moments. I cannot think of a game that will do better on a table as well than this game, and that's Nidhogg. I'm gonna go with
Nidhogg. As like a 2-player sit down.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that could be really
As
cool.
a versus just 2-player. I have an idea for it, but we'll see what happens.
I'm already loving this. We should probably just make a game, you guys.
I agree.
Whatever wins number 1, maybe we should make our own game.
I agree.
So anyway, all right, Will, hit us with 3, please.
Number 3, I think, is also going to be a 1v1, and it's also inspired by an anime, one that Joel recommended to me that I keep bringing up because I love it. So Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
Oh, I love it.
Would be an excellent game.
I love it.
Let me just write that down and gawk some more. Because love is woe.
Love is woe. Love is woe.
All right. For my number 3, you guys are gonna be like, but that's probably already been done. And then I'm like, no, it hasn't, because it's X-Men, but you go through the Academy.
Oh, X-Men the Academy.
Yeah.
The board game.
So
that's interesting.
I thought that was kind of cool.
The concept of taking an idea from a franchise, and it's the idea in the franchise instead of the franchise.
Exactly.
I actually like the idea of the title, and it's just gonna have a bunch of colons. It's gonna be X-Men, the animated series, the Academy,
just
the board game.
Yeah, exactly.
A Pop Samurai product.
I love it. Sony just like it keeps going. The title
The
is the whole box.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
cool. We'll get an acronym. It'll be great.
It'll have to spell something. What starts with X? Xylophone, right? All right, back to Jelani. Number 2, please.
Number 2. Oh, okay. Another great game franchise that I think could work really well as a tabletop game is Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers, I think, could go really well as a co-op game.
I like that.
Yeah.
Man, you got some good co-ops. That's a good idea.
I went to the indie market. I was like, I'm going indie with this. I think that's the best route to go with, because it's too easy to fall into like the big franchise thinking route.
And when we do our runners up in just a moment, maybe we can just briefly talk about like, what did you think of for video games or whatever? Like, what did you mostly draw upon?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get back to number 2 for Will, please.
Yes. My number 2 is a classic film. I was amazed to find out it didn't have a board game, because I think a player versus player version of this game could be excellent, and that is the Karate Kid.
Oh, that doesn't have.
It does not have a board game.
That's
I looked it up.
interesting.
Not even like one from
I
the 80s or
nope,
90s?
I spent 10 whole seconds on Google confirming.
Wow.
And so
That's
I
a
think
long
you'll
time,
agree
actually.
that
That's
is
cool.
rock solid. There is
Rock
no
solid.
That's a lot of Google
Karate
time.
Kid board game.
All right, then for my number 2, it's a surprise it's not number 1, and it would be maybe, but it's Jurassic Park, the board game. Does that exist?
It does. It does exist. I saw it at Gen Con just this last weekend.
Hold on, though. Was it like any specific movie or just Jurassic Park?
It was. I don't remember what it was called.
All right. Well, that's all right.
Away.
That's all right. You know what? Because I want to specify, and maybe that'll make it better, and I can add a colon on this one as well.
Yeah.
The raft ride that was in the book, not in the movies.
So you want to do raft ride, Jurassic Park raft ride?
Yeah.
I see.
Interesting.
Very tricky.
I think I could allow that. Because it's something that hasn't been.
I just have to write down raft ride.
Jurassic Park's wild raft ride.
Yeah,
we'll see how many times I can poke fun at it before I finally
Sure.
succumb and allow it.
Andrew, I'm sorry, I can't see it. What does it say? Andrews? Andrews in the chat.
Andrews,
Anyway,
dot,
thank
but it's
you
probably
so
a longer
much
name.
for
Yeah.
dropping.
Jurassic Park Danger Adventure Strategy Game.
Sounds like they
that
don't have a
sounds-
raft in there, so
It sounds like something you should be grabbing.
I
up.
probably should, yeah. So I appreciate it, Andrews, calling me out like that. I'm just kidding. We appreciate it, so thank you. All right, we're gonna do some runners up real quick. Let's hear Jelani's runners up, please.
Okay, so a couple runner-ups I got here. I wanted to go with AVP, Alien vs
hell yeah.
Predator. I think it'll be a really great game.
There
to do.
kind of is that though
It's
legendary.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I didn't think it was its own thing, and also Alien versus Predator. I think these are kind of the same vein, but like the Godzilla kaiju monster. I think a miniature battle system with that could be really good. Same thing with Pacific Rim. And the other one I have is Mass Effect. I don't know if there is a board game for that. Is there?
No comment.
Oh, so Mass Effect I think could have been really good. So.
I was joking with my girlfriend Amy before that we'll probably see some Mass Effect on this.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be weird if that happened, wouldn't it be?
1, 2, and 3, right?
I wonder what's at number 1.
That would be so weird.
All right, Will, you want to give us? Actually, Jelani, did you have any more? I'm sorry.
No, that's it.
Okay,
That's it.
Will,
Sir.
I actually didn't come up with much. I came up with basically alternates for my 4 and 5 and weighed back and forth of which would make the better series. So I wanted to call out the Hunger Games, which would have been, occupied that number 5 battle royale spot.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be a reskinning,
or
an expansion or something. It would be pretty sweet to see like the careers versus the Black Widow from Battle Royale.
Nice.
And then I also thought League of Legends instead of Overwatch could be kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure, because you'd have different roles too, and that's cool.
Then I also know it's not technically a franchise, but I think Meme Lords of the Internet as a sort of like arena battle game would be fun.
Of famous memes.
Yeah, so you'd have like Patrick Star versus Shaggy versus Shrek.
I like it.
Just Meme
Sonic.
Lords of the Internet. Chungus.
Yeah, big Chungus. Hell yeah.
I think that could be fun.
I love it. That's a brilliant idea. All right, I got a few here, and I didn't write them down, so forgive me just one second. Mine were, I was on this vein, so I said Journey to the Center of the Earth. Another one, instead of going deep in the ocean, go into the earth. Alien, which I believe we just saw is getting one, so can't do that. Made in the Abyss, which is an anime as well, but they're going, it's like Dante's layers, and you can go back up to the top, so I figured that the layering thing was kind of cool. Lupin the Third, because there's 4 characters that were pretty unique, so I thought that might be pretty cool. Predator, which I don't know if that one has its own.
It's a card game.
Either one of Alien or Predator has a legendary version.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then I think
and it has a board. I mean, it's mostly cards, but it has a board. I would call that a proper board.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Andrew in the chat's been killing it. I think he put down The Hunt Begins, which I think is a board game.
Which
that's
is
on
the
Predator.
AVP.
I
I see.
think it's
Yeah.
on Predator. So thank you so much, Andrew.
Yeah, appreciate that. Then we have the Hunger Games, which I thought would have been cool as well.
Yeah.
And then I put Dino Crisis because I love dinosaurs, and I was like Resident Evil / dinosaurs.
So there's a board game you should check out called Dinosaur Island and also Duelosaur Island. They're apparently very good.
Really?
Duelosaur Island, of course, being the 1v1 variant of the Dinosaur
Yeah.
Island.
Okay.
I think they were initially there to fill that gap of not having a Jurassic Park game because they are so obviously ripped off from that idea.
Is it like you're taking the dinosaur role though?
I don't
Okay.
know
All right.
entirely. I don't think so, but you'd have to check it out and tell me more.
I know you guys are, or at least one person here is gonna say what the hell, but I was thinking Death Note might be kind of interesting. I don't know
To
if you
be
heard that.
fair,
That's-
that was
almost
gonna
did.
be
I almost did.
that was gonna be an alternate for number 3, and then I remembered that I hate Death Note. But they're basically the same show, except one is good.
Yeah, that was almost gonna be the one that was gonna take up the Phoenix Wright spot. For
Yeah.
me. It was almost there.
Yeah, exactly.
made the
It's the
right
same
choice.
idea.
Love it.
And then I got a survival horror, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh.
I said Cloverfield as just a survival in general. That'd be pretty interesting. 28 days later, kind of the
Oh, it's
same.
like a zombie game.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
zombie
And
board
then
game?
Oh no! Mockingjay,
So many hungry.
the board game, and also District 12 strategy game.
Thank you so much. He's been killing.
okay.
Andrews,
Man.
you've been killing it in the chat today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we got some knowledge up in there.
We're,
Pay attention.
yes, leave it to our audience to tell us when we're fucking wrong.
I'm totally fine with that.
I am
But
too.
at least these were runners up, so we didn't put them on our list. And then I thought this would actually be fun. The Olympics. Period.
I looked that up because that was an idea for me too. There are Olympics board games.
Boo. All right.
There is one that it was made in 1975. It's just called Olympics.
Oh, that's
And it's basically like 10 or 12 mini board games.
yeah. Okay.
Each one
And
being
a
one of
certain
the
sport.
events.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so
really cool.
It's quite clever.
I like
actually.
that. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, you have
but
so much
I-
room for this growth.
Same
there.
brain. Yeah, that would have been cool.
And then just two real quick, and I'm sure at least one of these, Dante's Inferno, is already a board game.
Yes.
And then the Three Musketeers, I thought would be kind of cool as a three-person kind of co-op thing. So.
We're kind of the Three Musketeers, aren't
yeah.
We're
so-
kind of right now,
Kinda.
all for one and one for all.
Aw. All right.
we?
Well.
Don't listen to him, buddy. He just meant.
All right. So that brings us then to our number ones, which means Jelani, hit us with that goldness.
Boy, oh, don't say
The
that.
goldness.
Let me tell you about what I really like, right? What your boy is really all about, right? And your boy really likes his certain things. He likes his superheroes. He likes his Batmans. He likes his Mass Effects. He also likes his arcade games, right? And he likes his side-scrolling brawlers. And one that he
Yes.
really, really enjoys
I know where you're going.
is Streets of Rage.
Yes.
It's got a killer video game, killer soundtrack, and I think Streets of Rage would make a killer board game.
I love it.
Good stuff.
I love it. All right, Will,
Me.
number one.
It's Mass Effect.
Oh no!
In general or a specific story?
No, it's just Mass Effect. All I wrote down was Mass Effect.
This is my surprise.
Would that be
face.
like? Would that be like a card builder or like something like that?
I'll
A deck
explain
builder?
it
Okay.
when I get there.
All right.
Cut
Then
this debate out from under?
yeah.
You've already taken all of my gravitas. Leave me with something here.
And then my last one is I'm aware that they already have a game, but I'm taking it with my other, like how I did with the other one with the raft ride. It's like take it a step further and say the thing, but it's the thing when it outbreaks further than the
Oh, the thing.
yeah.
Okay.
The Thing. So John Carpenter's The Thing, which they do have an Outpost 31 or 34 board game, but I'm not going to leave it at that. But instead we can take it to like a small, and I don't want to describe it all, but it's like it's taken beyond that. So
I almost thought about it too, but then I was like, oh, but they already do have a board game.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
almost thought about something like
but
that.
it's like the perfect thing to like, who is it, you know? Anyway, all right, so that's my number one, and now we're gonna get right on to our voting round, and I'm gonna get a minute on the clock here for each of us, which means 3 minutes for the first voting round.
Yeah, debate round.
Debate round. I'm sorry, but we need to vote first, and let me just get this on my
Nominate.
Yep, nominate. My God, you guys are.
It's good.
You're right
Pedantic.
on top,
No worries.
shallow
No-
and
no
pedantic.
worries. You're
All
good.
right,
You're good, buddy.
So let's just do first off, let me know what
Spaceballs the board game.
Spaceballs,
I
the
wouldn't-
movie, the board game.
that
That
is
was
pretty good.
basically where I got that.
Pizza the Hut.
Yes, that's where I got it from. Good call out.
Let's first nominate what we wanted to go around here. Let's start with Jelani for first nomination.
Ooh,
round
July,
one.
First nomination here. I'm gonna go Nidhogg at number 5.
All right.
Nominating for number 5 spot.
Naked Hog number 5, and then Will.
I'm gonna say Kaguya-sama: Love Is War at number 4.
Ooh. Kaguya.
I gotta
number
watch this
4.
show, guys.
Oh my
I
God,
gotta
you
watch
will
this
love
show.
it.
You really got to watch this
And
show.
then I'm gonna say X-Men Academy versus Kaguya-sama.
Oh.
Oh,
Debates.
why?
The debates.
You were supposed to vote for mine. I needed your vote.
I know. But
Go
I want to
against
hear your idea.
his.
I could change it. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. So let's then get that clock going. I'm going to do 3 minutes. We're each going to get 1 minute to describe. We
Perfect.
did this previously. We're a little bit quicker now. So
that's
More
good.
lean.
yeah, a little bit more lean. Woo-hoo. All right.
Yes,
So
yes.
3 minutes on the clock.
Let us
We're starting
know-
with number 5.
Let us know when we got 10 seconds left.
I will. And we're starting with number 5, Nidhogg, and then we're gonna go to 4, and which is Kaguya-sama and X-Men Academy. Ready, steady, go.
All right, guys. Nidhogg is a wonderful indie game. If you haven't played it yet, play it. It's a game where two buddies are sitting on the couch, and you guys are trying to get your character from one end of the screen to the other. But you have your opposing opponent that constantly gets in your way and constantly messes with you, and you have to constantly like kill each other to get like the ability to keep moving forward in the map. And if you don't, then it keeps respawning and everything like that. So what I thought would be really great with this game is kind of a 1v1 kind of card game where in your hand you have kind of like this almost rock, paper, scissors like system where it's like, there's like a sword, there's the bow, there's like the knife and things like that. And certain things kill other things. And you have them in your hand and you're constantly battling it out and like trying to take the win, and like the person who gets up to this many wins is the person who's made it all the way to the end and gets to sacrifice it. So I think it goes really fast. I think it's like speed, and you're trying to win the battles, and sometimes you tie, sometimes certain things beat other things, and you're trying to like get through it, and like it matches up, and like I think it's super fun, super chaotic, and super competitive.
All right, perfect. All right, Will,
Yeah.
I'll let you start with Kaguya-sama.
So Kaguya-sama, for those of you who don't know, is this charming little show that reminds me a whole lot of Death Note, but with some heart in it. Basically, it's about these two high school students who are, super geniuses, and their main goal, instead of killing a bunch of people versus not killing a bunch of people, is just winning each other's hearts and not being the reacher instead of the settler. They would rather be the settler. Wait, is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. So they do this via various like microaggressions and passiveness and hidden signals, and I think that would be a really fun mechanic also in a 1v1 card game, where it would basically be your constructed deck. You take on one of the characters.
10 seconds.
And you have different ways to react to how they are passive aggressive. But there's also some randomness with like dice or a randomizer deck that is the other characters in the show messing with both of your attempts.
All right. That's
Love it.
perfect. All right. And then the last minute here is for me. X-Men Academy. I just thought this would be pretty cool. We all know the X-Men, but what I thought would be really cool is you start by getting a random selection from a deck, and they're your powers. And basically you go into this academy getting random powers, and what you have to do is refine them, and eventually you have random encounters with baddies, and you have to utilize them and kind of level them up. So it could be a multiple person group that is going through the academy, but to graduate you have to be able to master your skills. And so it's like you have to reach a certain level of your skill, and going through battles and whatnot allows you to slowly level up or refine those skills.
Sounds
So-
kind of like a munchkin.
Yeah,
almost.
in a way. I mean, I just thought it was like, I like the randomness of different powers, and say you get like 4 different ones, and you'd have to figure out maybe a way to use them together, or even one might go away if you use it. I mean, we kind of touched on these types of ideas before, but it's like all of that together I thought would be pretty fun as you go through the academy. So
Cool.
that's
Very
that. And now we're gonna vote. So let's start with number 5.
Okay. I was like,
Nidhogg.
the anticipation.
Bold
What was I gonna say?
Are we gonna start with number 4? No, I'm just kidding. All right. Hold on, just want to read Andrew's comment here. He says, or ultimate alliance type thing where you can chain powers. Exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like chaining powers. You got the verbiage better than I, so
Cool.
nicely done. Yay or nay on your number 5, Nidhogg?
I would really like to see this, so yay.
All right, Will.
I'll say yay as well. Nidhogg's good, clean fun.
All right, then I will give it a yay. I think that sounds like fun. So unanimous decision here. Nidhogg at number 5.
Nice. I'm liking it. Nidhogg.
All right, and now it's me versus Will.
Yeah.
Kaguya-sama versus X-Men. Academy. :
Colon. The board game.
I'll let you start, Sen.
Love is war, love is war, love is war.
I have to say, your idea is more original, and I actually love that show, and I didn't even piece that one together, so you're getting my damn vote. So way to go.
Way to go.
Dude,
way to go.
Kaguya-sama, that would be hilarious. I would love that. I could just see it like being under the table, like you're hitting back and
hell
forth.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I love it.
Alright.
I would totally go with the Kaguya-sama one as well. I
Yay!
haven't seen this. I haven't seen the game. I haven't seen the show, but like the game he described, again, very similar to mine. Trying to go through it with the card stuff, I love it so much.
You must watch it.
So we
I
got
gotta watch
two 1v1 here games, but let's see if we can get some variance now in our
So-
next choices. So round 2, we're gonna go and nominate for our positions 1, 2, or 3, which are open. So we'll let you start with that.
I'm going to say the Battle Royale game at number 1.
Whoa!
Whoa! At number 1.
It came out of nowhere. It's the assassin.
Holy shit!
Man, you're gonna make us jump up there, huh? No, Mass Effect? What the hell?
I think he pulled the rug out.
Yeah, I know.
It's a little bit of gamesmanship here, fellows.
I'll let. Do you want me to go, Jelani, or do you want to go?
It
you're
is
next.
your-
Okay, I didn't know
it's
if you
your
were speaking. I'm sorry. So I will put the Jurassic Park raft ride at number 1 versus that.
All
So
right.
many number 1 spots here.
JP raft. And then Jelani.
I think I will go with. I'm gonna go with Phoenix Wright number 3.
All right.
Ace Attorney at number 3.
Phoenix Wright number 3. All right. Then we got to get another 3 minutes on the clock here, and we're gonna start with number 3. Then Phoenix Wright.
Yes.
So ready, steady, go-y.
So one of the games that I ended up playing and I enjoyed a little bit was a game called Detective, right? And it has a system where you combine this board game layout where you're traveling to crime scenes and different locations, and you only have a certain amount of time to do it. And I thought that would really translate really well with the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game, where you're traveling to the crime scene, you're trying to collect evidence for your case, and like you're trying to build up as much evidence and as much stuff behind you as before you head into the actual court case. And I thought that you could easily get like a nice good box set where it has multiple cases in it, and like you're working together as a team, as a cooperative game against the game. You have different players from like the franchise like working together, maybe some little different like little things they could do, and just try and build your case and like solve the mystery behind it, and like play like a little story mode thing here.
10 seconds.
So I thought it'd be really cool, and like Detective had like this cool like online feature where you can go through files online while playing with the board game as well. So I
like
thought that'd be really cool in this thing. I think we need more detective games.
Like a website or something like
Yeah,
that?
it was
Yeah,
really cool. It was
exactly.
almost like a police database that
That's
they
cool.
made up. So it was
Very cool. All right, Will, I'll let you go first then.
Sure. So I said the Battle Royale game. I could see this. In case you don't know, Battle Royale is kind of the precursor to the Hunger Games, which we talked about. It's a dystopian future where kids are forced to kill each other for society's enjoyment. And I think this would work really well, kind of in the same vein as Two Rooms and a Boom, if you're familiar with that game at all. It's social deduction. It gets a ton of people involved. You have a secret identity. You might maybe mix that with a secret weapon, and so those will play together, so you're able to kill certain enemies and be surprised and killed by certain other enemies. You have to deduce where your target is, and the last one standing wins.
nice.
Very cool.
Get 99 of your friends together and play the game.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Maybe not that many.
No, that's fine. Cool.
All right, then mine is Jurassic Park, the River Raft Ride. And what I thought would be cool about this is it's kind of like the board would be set up where you're literally moving along the river, but as you're going along, there's different encounters, and as you hit certain spots, you have to draw an encounter type of thing. But what else I wanted to step back here and say is you basically get a fixed inventory, so you have to utilize what you have throughout that entire ride because you can't go pick up more stuff, right? So you could take certain amounts of hits and things like that, which would be like a bite. But if you encounter something big, it could be a 1-hit kill, or you have a tranquilizer or a pistol or something. And it could be a random deck, I think, that you would start with. And it's like you get certain items each time. And you got to go through, and if it were more, you could have like 4 people play, something like that. And you're all on the raft, and you all are trying to survive, and you have to, take on a herd of Dilophosaurs or something like that as you are going down the river. And I just thought it would be pretty neat to see. It's kind of like a dwindling thing where by the time you get to the end, you have very few items, and probably maybe only 1 or 2 people might survive. It's probably very difficult to make it to all 4 people. So in fact, you could even maybe sacrifice or something like that. So that was my idea.
Interesting.
All right, time to vote on that then. Let's start with Will for, I'm sorry, no, we'll go back to number 3. My bad. Phoenix Wright.
Yay.
Yay.
Does anybody have any
Go ahead.
objections? Any objections?
I am going to. I'm going to say nay.
Ooh.
I don't know that sort of copying the online detective thing is going to work here. I think there needs to be a little more contention and the ability to actually try a case. If you could figure out that mechanic, that would be a sick game.
Yeah, a minute long. I can
Yeah.
Try. Yeah. All right.
It's really I couldn't get to the try case
Because I think I would be more interested in the court bits than in the putting together the case file bits.
Yeah.
Okay. And for me, I didn't think about that element that you were just talking about.
Oh no! You go off his argument. Don't go off my argument.
I know, but I just. All right.
If it changed your mind, that's fine. It's fine.
I like the idea, but it's not staying on this list, Jelani. I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
Objection.
No, exactly.
If the 5 spot were open,
Yeah, that's true.
The actual trial section of the game, I would need some ideas behind it, because I think
don't know
that's
how you would do that.
exactly
It's
how
tough.
it's very tough.
So, all right, then we're voting for the number 1 position here.
Mhm.
It's Battle Royale versus the Jurassic Park Raft Ride :
Yeah.
So, let's let you start with.
I'm gonna stick with Battle Royale. I
All
think
right.
it's very contemporary.
And we're gonna leave this one up to Jelani by saying that I want some Jurassic Park on every episode. Damn it!
This is tough. This is a little tough.
Is it though? We know how you feel about Battle Royale.
No.
I actually don't. I don't think we've ever discussed it. Do you like Battle Royale?
I love Battle
Yeah,
Royale. I absolutely
I know
love
you
Battle
do.
Royale.
Well, that's lucky
one of my,
for me.
It's one of my favorite foreign films. Oof, this is tough because the way the game you described was very interesting. I like the whole mechanics that you described, but I think that the Battle Royale game would excite me a lot more. The way that he described it, and I think I would probably side with that a little bit more. Just edges it out, barely.
Do you think we could get more a large number of people? I don't know what the largest tabletop game is.
Well, so Two
what's the
Rooms and a
most?
Boom, I believe, has support for up to 25.
Whoa. So that might be pretty fun to see something like that. But then
Yeah.
can it be quick enough to move through it?
I think
That
it
is
could
the
be.
question. That
So-
would have to be what gets tweaked. I will say that we had a 700 plus player board game happen on Friday night, and I'll tell you guys
All right,
more
yeah,
about that
for sure. I
when we
definitely
cover
wanna hear
Gen
about
Con.
the beginning.
Yes.
Nice.
Awesome.
Love it.
Well, all right. Guess what? Number 1 is taken then. Jurassic Park gone. Battle Royale at number 1.
It's a killer.
Oof. Chat's I think the Jurassic Park has more potential to move more units. That's true. The name,
Yeah,
yes,
that's true.
That's
yes.
probably true.
But if I had to go with my near and dear Jaboy's heart, that Battle Royale.
Well, you know what, Andrews, we'd like to hear what your thoughts were on both of those. If you want to type us a comment about that, just say, hey, we this would work, this wouldn't. Go ahead, please. We'd love to hear back from you.
we love
Yeah,
interacting
thank you
with
for
guys.
dropping
Yeah,
in.
absolutely.
Thank you for being our major player in the chat today.
Major play.
Get a star to
Major
put on the
player.
fridge. And that just leaves then number 2 and number 3 for us to go through. So we're on round 3 now.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. So I guess that leaves it up to me for first pick. I'm gonna say, Promised Neverland at number 3. And then we're gonna go to Jelani.
Jelani's going to go for Watchmen at number 2.
Ooh. Will.
Well,
Well, can you tell me what you say? Well,
I think I'll go for Mass Effect at number 3.
Oh, he wants to take me out now.
Interesting.
Huh?
I'm just boxing Joel out all day.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
box him,
That's all right.
knock him out the box.
Okay. Then
Nothing personal.
No, you're fine. You guys are the board game kings here. I just like movies.
I like the sound of
I
that.
love the sound of that.
Mhm.
Board game king.
Who
All right.
will lead us to kings? Who fucking lead us to kings?
I'm putting 3 minutes on the clock if you want to chew up your time doing that, by
I
all
do.
means.
Chew up my time doing a sick cover of Tenacious D. I think I will.
Let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Will, hit us with some Mass Effect.
Okay, so check this out. Here's what I'm thinking for Mass Effect. In the third game, you were trying to assemble your forces in order to take on the Reapers, the final Reaper threat. It was called Galaxy at War. I think we would make Mass Effect Galaxy at War, where you would lead a force trying to get different sides on your side. Now, remember in that game, you would go and you'd be like weighing in on the Krogans versus the Solarians, or the Geth against the Quarians. So you are playing against someone, let's say you're the Systems Alliance and they are the Cerberus forces. Every time you recruit someone to your side,
10 seconds.
you have to sort of knock down the other force. So you'll get that force to your side, but that means the other depleted force automatically joins the bad guys and gives certain advantages. You got to weigh your options.
All right.
To hop on that hot comment right there.
I know, I saw
I
that.
totally think that would be a little cool down section.
Ooh, elevator mechanics. I didn't even. That could be like your upkeep every turn.
Exactly. You
As you're just
you're visiting Garrus. You always gotta visit. Garrus.
hell yeah. You got to do calibrations.
You gotta do calibrations. That's how you do it.
Absolutely.
All right. Sorry, eating up time.
No, that's fine. I stopped it really quick. So, all right, now I'm
Shit, Amanda has a really good idea too. You could be competing shops in the Citadel trying to get Shepard to promote you, kind of like a Splendor.
that is
Sort
enough
of a thing.
promotion. Your
And
time
Shepard
is up.
is
I'm just kidding.
No, this is her idea. She's in the running for
Man,
number
if
3 now too.
I don't know if Amanda was on this panel right now. I might have gone for her game right now. She got me.
That's also a really good game.
In a single sentence, she sold me already.
It's almost like Mass Effect as a franchise is very well lent to board games. Just saying.
All right,
Just saying.
back to it. Promised Neverland at number
Yes,
3.
please.
I'm just gonna
Please.
say that this is a anime that has become very popular. It's about a bunch of young kids that find out. I'm not gonna ruin it actually, but they're trying to escape, and so basically they're all stuck here and they can't leave. They find there's big perimeter walls around their area that they never noticed until they were much older. So basically, the game is an escape game and not getting caught game. But my thought was that it's more or less you have to move things around the house, as not so much yourself. You have to move things around the house so that you don't get caught. And how the person who is playing the catcher, I don't want to say who, is gonna be they can't see what's like on a flipped card basically. So my thought is like the other people kind of see, and then you can kind of like move things around,
So
and
this
you
would
can
be
get
a co-op
access.
game.
Yeah, but it's like co-op against I guess, yeah, but it'd only be 1 or 2 people, against 2 people, something like that. So
Okay.
I know there's more children involved that you could be, but it's like I think you'd have to limit it at some point. And eventually the point is to try to get over the wall, and you have to utilize the tools that you have that you're trying to hide, and as long as they don't get taken away, then that would be my idea. So
That's kind of fun.
sorry,
that. I love
I'll pause it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Don't wake daddy.
It's a
I love
modern
Andrew,
Don't
you
Wake
know what?
Daddy.
You're my spirit animal in the chat today.
Boo.
Don't take my thunder. All right, I'm just joking, man. You're a good call. Good call on that one. Number 2, Jelani, go ahead. You got a full minute.
All right, so Watchmen, I think would be really great as kind of like and almost kind of if I had to make any similarities to any type of board game right now, almost kind of like a betrayal game, right? Where you start out as this superhero team that is working towards the greater good, but there is someone in there that is the traitor, right? And their traitor is that they're just like Ozymandias in the actual like Watchmen. Spoilers for folks out there. Like he ends up like tricking the world, thinking that like something has happened and like uniting the world. But he ends up going down a very dark path with that, and that's why I wanted to like take that idea of like you guys are working together, going across maybe it's a world map or something like that, or like a city map, and like aiding out like the world and doing different things. But like there's someone who's kind of working against you guys and like setting up kind of like a conspiracy behind the scenes as well, trying to like again undermine you guys to get their goals to exact like what it is the end goal of like total world peace. They're still like going down the road of like they think they're doing the right thing, but it is a very dark path as well. So I thought that was really good. I think that could be a really cool mechanic. It won't be exactly betrayal, but I'm talking about like the mechanic of like there is a hidden traitor within your co-op group, and you're going against trying to like hold off the tide of the doomsday clock and everything like that. So I think that's what you're doing. So.
I like it.
Nice.
I like it. All right, that's it. We have our 2 and 3s we need to vote on here. Let's start with number 3. I'm gonna start this one, I guess. I'll just say I liked my idea for Promised Neverland, even if it sounds kind of like another game. That's an old game. We could use a revamping and some new mechanics as well. I just haven't panned it out fully, so.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Promised Neverland. So let's go to Jelani.
Oh God, you're going with.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No.
How about we go to me first, so we can keep the
That's
suspense? Because I'm gonna stick with Mass Effect.
Cool.
I actually think the Galaxy at War idea is kind of good, and I kind of want to make it.
No, that's a good idea. You could. Haven't you talked about that before?
Oh my God, this is.
I've talked about like the Galaxy at War in 3.
Yeah.
But I have not set it as a board game before, and the way that I came up with it, I actually think it sounds kind of fun.
So I'll stress this. I think both your games sound really good, and like I can tell what Joel was trying to do. He was trying to skirt like any spoilers right now for Will's sake, and I know what you were trying to say, but it came out like in a different way. But like, oof, man.
For those who know what's going on in that show, maybe you'd get a better idea of how.
Like again, it all like we can't spoil it for you guys because it like that show totally hinges on like what that is. But my love of Mass Effect with like what you said there, but then
go ahead, do whatever.
Promised Neverland game does sound really great. Man, this is tough. And a 3-person debate voting round, I can't abstain either. So,
yeah, well, that's all right. Don't feel guilty. One of them has to go.
This is
tears
hard.
will be shed.
This is really hard. I like both concepts a lot.
Neither of them.
I guess I'm. If I had to land on one right now, with a more fully fleshed out idea, I think the Galaxy at War one sounds really great.
There it is.
And that's probably just because like my never-ending love of Mass Effect. But again, Joel, that game. I know what you were trying to say. It's just you were trying to skirt non-spoilers.
I didn't even think about that.
If you can go into spoilers, I think you would have worded it a lot better.
Yeah, I know. I was like fumbling. I didn't think about that until I was saying it.
It was really hard to like. Yeah, I think
that's okay.
I think that if you had worded
Shoots and ladders.
If you would have worded it just a little bit different, but like with the non-spoiler stuff, I understand what happened.
That's all right. All right, we're gonna move on to Jelani's number 2, The Watchmen. By all means, take it away.
I think it sounds like a cool concept, so I think I will say yay.
Okay.
I also think it's a cool concept. I'm gonna go yay.
Yeah, I like anything with like a hidden assassin or anything like that,
hidden
or
betrayer
like
is a
betrayer.
cool.
Yes,
I like
I
that.
love that.
So
I love it so much.
You got my vote too. Watchmen at 2.
Oh God, I was so worried about that.
I love Watchmen too. I think that's a great storyline, so it's like they could do a lot of fun with it.
They could do a lot of stuff.
They have a lot of cool characters too.
And again, having that hidden betrayer mechanic, it doesn't have to be Ozymandias.
No,
every time,
exactly.
So
It could be
if you
anybody.
mix it up, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, why would he do it?
Who,
Like, there's a
who
different-
went dirty this time?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
it's Dr.
Rorschach.
Manhattan. Well, we're screwed.
Beep dead.
Yep.
So I love it.
All right.
Just boops us out of existence.
All right, so big beautiful list time, you guys. Our top
Joel.
5. Oh, please.
Read us that big, beautiful list.
Joel, read us off that big, beautiful list.
Woo woo. All right, at number 5, we have Nidhogg. At number 4, we have Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
Love is all.
At number 3, we have Mass Effect, Galaxy at War.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, The Watchmen. Who's watching
watches
them? And then
I'm
number
watching you.
number 1 is Battle Royale.
Yes.
That is the beautiful, beautiful show list that we have here. I love it. Man, what a blast. We need to make some of these real games. And honestly, we appreciate you guys making comments out there. This is a great show that we're getting people involved with more and more and more, and we're really loving your comments. I think we had a great topic here today, especially since Gen Con
pat
just
yourself
happened.
on the back.
Just a
why
little
don't
bit.
ya?
I know. No.
Oh boy,
know,
oh, pat yourself
I
on
didn't
the
get to
back.
go.
Why don't you?
I didn't get to go, so I had to be part of it somehow.
Well, you did well.
I'm gonna try
It
and
is
rope
a
you in.
good.
I'm gonna rope you in.
It is a good topic, and next year you should come.
Yeah. So,
Seriously, like one of my favorite weekends of every year.
well,
Yeah.
we're going to hear all about it in our upcoming show here in just a bit. So stick around out there. We appreciate you guys being here. Give us about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll be back here with Pop Aficionados. So stick around. Thanks.